Guitar tutorial time. This is going to be The Lousy Truth by Never Shout Never. It's on the Harmony album, and I don't know, I like the song, so figured why not. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so we're going to start with chords, obviously. We're going to start with a C. There's only 4 chords, so don't worry, and they're all fairly simple. Start with C. C is you're going to put your, at least I play it, and how most people play it, with ring finger on the, maybe I should start by saying that there's going to be a capo on the 2nd fret. So if you don't understand how capos work, the fret right after the capo is considered the new 1st fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. If you don't have a capo, what I used to do was take a pencil and put it on the thing and then strap a bunch of rubber bands around it to keep it there, and it works perfectly fine, except this is a lot nicer because it's easier to take on and off. Yeah, so capo on the 2nd fret. Back to the C. So C with a ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and index finger on the 1st fret of the B string. Low E, G, and high E are all open. C. Do a G7, which looks a lot like the G. You just move this finger over one, and then your index finger over the opposite direction. So this is a G7. I have my middle on the 3rd fret of the low E. I have my ring finger, 3rd fret of low E. Middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A, and index finger on the 1st fret of the E, high E string. So we go from C to G7. And then later on in the song, we go from the C to this funky chord, which is some sort of B. It looks like if you were to combine a E minor and a minor. So it's basically, here's A minor, and it's that shifted over one. So we have middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A, we have ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D, and we have index finger on the 1st fret of the B. Then we have an A minor, which is just these 2 fingers moved over. So we have middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D. What finger is this? Ring finger. It's going wonderfully. On the 2nd fret of the G string, and index finger stays where it was on the 1st fret of the B. That's A minor. So the strumming pattern for this song isn't really strumming at all. It's a bass note pluck pattern. So the bass note you can hit with your thumb, and for the majority of the chords, the bass note is the A string, and for the G7, it's the low E string. So you're going to have to rotate from playing that to that to that to that to that. It's really easy. The plucking, at least, you could probably pluck the bottom 4 strings. I usually just pluck the bottom 3 though, and by that I'm literally just taking each one of these fingers and placing it under one of the strings, and then doing that. So the pattern for the entire thing is bass note, pluck. The entire song. Bass note, pluck. Alright, so every single time, the only part where it changes, and it doesn't even change, it just picks up tempo, is the chorus, where it just is faster. So even there, it's just the same thing but faster. The way I used to play it, it might be easier, is to bass note and then flick out. That's how I used to play it. So I used to always rest my middle finger on the G string, and then after I hit the bass, the G string, and then after I hit the bass note, I I just just sort of strum the last 3 strings. So. It doesn't sound as good. The plucking has a nice ring to it versus sort of like a scratchy sort of, I don't know, it's personal preference, and probably the strumming outward is a bit easier. So for the verses, it's just C to G7 repeated. And then here you're going to play the C twice. And then this is where you go from the C to that B thing to the A minor. The A minor is played twice, then it goes to G7 once to C. And repeat. Etc. Okay, so the chorus has 2 parts. He goes through once, and then he goes through again, and the second time is a bit different towards the end. So after, in the verse, this is the verse part. Then it goes to the C, and then it goes to the C twice to go into the second one. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, and then it goes to the G for 8 measures, then C, B, A minor again, and then it goes after the 1 pluck on the A minor, it does it twice, and goes back into the G for another 8 measures. So here's where it changes. So it goes like normal. After the second on the A minor, it goes back to the B, then to the C, then to the B, and the A minor again. So the second half of the verse, or the chorus, sounds like this. Then it goes back to the regular verse again. And so on and so forth. Now, on the second time through the chorus, it's even more different. This is the only other variation in the song. Other than that, it's just the verse and the chorus again. So the second time he goes to the chorus, it starts off like normal. So from here, instead of just going to the verse, it goes to the "Go to School in Chicago" part. So, sorry, I have to replay the last part. So it goes like it would be going to the verse. So it goes to the G and the C, but the C you can play it the 1 time through, and then you go. And then from this A minor, you're going to play it twice, fast, the same tempo as the regular chorus part. And then to the C, then to the G for 4. Then back to A minor. C, G, A minor, C, G, A minor, C, G. So that happens 3 times, and then on the 4th time it goes to A minor, then to the G for 1, C, and then back to the. So altogether, the sort of the variation part. So it starts on the A minor, C, G. last C, I'm just hitting the bass note and the 3 plucks at the same time. And then it goes to the, just so you know, I've been thinking a lot about who we could have been. And then it just goes to the verse, like not even a full time, a half a time. Because after the first, it ends with the C being like just strummed out. Alright, so to finish the video, I'm going to play along with the music so you can hear where each little bit is in relation to the lyrics. And I'm only going to play the last verse and the last chorus, because that's gives you the entire thing basically, because it's just verse, chorus. But at least with the last chorus, you'll get the funky part as well. So yeah, let's try this.
It breaks my heart to see you here, so shine outward, not inward. You've been a selfish little girl for the past 3 years. I've been through more than you could know, and God, I don't want you to know what I have been through, 'cause you just wouldn't understand. You're just a girl with some issues, as bad as it may sound, but you're the girl who's been driving me mad. So if you go away, I know that I can guarantee that I won't break your heart. But if you go and stay, then baby, I will hope and pray that you will run away. 'Cause dear, it breaks my heart to see you here. So go to school in Chicago, find a new boy, a new life, a whole new set of friends, 'cause all that I will ever do is break your heart. And dear, it breaks my heart to see you here. Yeah, dear, it breaks my heart to see you here. But just so you know, I've been thinking a lot about who we could have been if I was back home just chilling with you and all my friends.